Hello and welcome to New Junction. You join me today on another episode of Under Closer Inspection, and this time we've got an absolute corker for you. It's the new Dapol Class 68 in Transpennine Express livery. Good old Brutus. Now I for one am definitely looking forward to this one, so this should be fun. So here we are, off to a flying start in 2019, and we start with this Dapol Class 68. Now, normally I'd unbox this and show you what it's like, but we've done one before, so we should know exactly how they come. So I'm going to take it straight out the box, as you can see here, and we'll get on with our under closer inspection review. So straight out the box, you notice this is an absolute Marmite livery. Now, I think it's fantastic. I love it. It's so garish. It's just absolute toy box colourful, and I really like it. I've already seen a lot of comments. People don't like it, but I suppose that's personal preference. I think it's fantastic, and it really adds to the sort of colour that's coming back into modern image liveries, which is really nice to see. Now, as a model, the Dapol Class 68 is stunning. If I was to pick a top model for 2018, I would have said their DRS liveried Class 68. I think the actual model itself is fantastic. Completely new tooling last year. I think it was last year. And I think for what you get for the money you pay, around the £130 mark in most retailers, I think you get a lot of loco for your money. There's a lot of engines out there which aren't that good a value, and they're older and been replicated to death, so it's really nice to see. So as you can see, this livery is extremely clean cut. I would hesitate to say it's as complicated as the DRS livery on the one before with all the Atlas patterning, but I think they've done a very remarkable job of replicating the actual Transpennine Express livery. In reality, I think the real deal is far more glossy than this model portrays, but I think from standing distance you'd never know, and it's absolutely fantastic. As you can probably tell, I have been wanting one of these for ages, since they were first announced, and now they're here, and I just love it. And it's a rarity now that a new loco is so wanted for me and then is delivered as such. And I just think it's absolutely fantastic, as you can see. My only fault with the original 68, and I think this model is going to suffer the same fate, is on the couplings, the dropper that hangs down actually hangs really low. So this bit right underneath here, and when it goes over points, it actually catches them, which I'll try and show you on the layout in a minute. It's not such a problem. I've heard it can cause some derailing. I know a lot of people can literally just, I suppose you could just snip it off and make it a bit shorter, or really shorten it and add some solvent weld if it wasn't, the hook wasn't dropping properly, but that's one of the few negatives I've found. Paint application in general is really good. There are the odd speckle, which I'll try and show you on the opposite side, which isn't so perfect, but I'm going to try and show you that. So I don't know if you can just see, just below the window here, there's the tiniest bit of speckling where the blue paint hasn't quite applied properly, and the line isn't very crisp going up the outside of the window. So all up here. It's quite hard to see on this camera, which I mean just shows how minimal it really is in reality. It's easier to see on the high definition photos I put on Facebook yesterday, if you're watching this on the day of release. However, it's just something that should be checked if you're going to grab one. Also in the box, my windscreen wiper, which was also pointed out to me, wasn't attached. It was actually lodged in the foam, so that's obviously come off in transport, but easy to put back on, quick dab of glue and away you go. It is very finite, so that's not really a problem, but you don't want to lose it, because if you did drop it, it does leave a nasty hole, and you'd have to replace an entire loco or go without. So of the few negatives, I mean, I absolutely adore this loco. I've been wanting it for ages, and it just ticks every box. So let's stop faffing around and we'll get it on the layout. So here we are on the layout. Now, it is a DCC ready loco. You can buy it direct from Dapol with sound, and I'll show you the sound option in a moment. However, this one in particular is a DCC ready loco, so we've got to chip it. Now, it's extremely easy on the Class 68s. I've got myself a Dapol Imperium controller. Now, this is a 6-function 21-pin decoder. Now, the best part about these is it's extremely easy to get into the shell. So, on the inside wheels on both sides, there's a little recess, and all you have to do is pull the body shell carefully apart, and you'll get the whole thing off without any screws. Simple as that, he says. There we go, with a bang. So the body shell's off, and we're ready to put the decoder in. Once inside the shell, you're greeted with the blanking plate. Now, this is easily removed. You literally just have to get some leverage underneath it, and you start easily taking it out very gently, because you don't want to bend any of the pins that reside underneath it. So it's worth being a bit patient, and there we go, straight out. There's your blanking chip, and then the next one we put in is the actual Imperium chip, and this will go straight in. It can only go one way, so the best way to see, if I can show you, is on the chip itself. One of the holes is missing of the 2 rows, and the same on the actual, if I can show you, I don't know if you can quite see that. So just here there's 2 banks of pins. Now as you're looking at it, the bottom left one is missing. You just have to marry that up with the chip, and away you go. So now the chip's in, we're going to add that to the track, and hopefully get this engine running. If the loco is happy with a brief test going backwards and forwards now, I'll put the body on and we'll get the thing running in. So I'll just make it go one way. See, out of the box it's extremely smooth, a tad jerky if you could call it that, but the thing's not run yet at all. No, it's really good, that is. Very smooth. So what I'm going to do now is put the body back on. It can only go one way, and then we'll get it running in on the layout. And as it's doing that, I'll take some shots for you to see it. Right, so while that's running in, this is the DRS liveried Astute Class 68. This is a sound fitted version, so the new Transpennine liveried model I've got isn't sound fitted, as you've just seen. It's just chipped. However, if you were to order direct from Dapol, I think it's plus £200 to maybe even 250 odd pounds for a sound fitted version. This is the sound you get. So what I'm going to do is put a microphone, as you can see here, next to the loco itself, and we're going to turn it on and give you an example of how it sounds. So here goes, this is it turning on. There we go, usually takes quite a while, and then to move off. And now, of course, you're going to get the squealy Lesko wagon, so I'll remove the microphone. As you can see, my other one's whizzing around the layout, just running in now. And there we go. Brutus has joined the new Junction fleet. Now, as you can probably tell, it's not been a very critical under closer inspection, and that's because I absolutely love this engine. I think the 68 is a fantastic model. If you're on the fence about getting one, I think you definitely should, because you can't really go wrong with them. The sound aspect might be a tad expensive, so just go for the normal model. And I think for £130 you can't really go wrong, so I absolutely love it. The big question now is, will anyone make the Mark V Nova coaches? I doubt it for the time being. However, they do pull certain engineering trains, so that could be something. I think where I'm going to leave mine is probably stabled in a pilot's siding next to my station, so look out for that one in future updates. But otherwise, I'm going to go and have fun with my new engine Brutus, and I want to say thank you very much for watching as ever, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. See you next time. Bye.